Hey yo, what I'm working on today is going to be a 1974 Pontiac Le Mans. That's right, a 1974 Pontiac Le Mans. We're going to be installing the starter in this Le Mans. It's up under the car. So what I'm having is, I think I have a shim problem, but the starter is hesitating to crank. So with that said, let's go underneath and take a look. So now you may see that we're up under the 74 Pontiac Le Mans, and now we're looking at the starter is what you're seeing. So with that said, we're going to climb under here a little farther before we can get a good view of that the shim problem we're having here. And as you can see, that ain't a very good view of everything, but that's my flywheel, what I call it. Some people call it other things, but I just say the flywheel. If you know another name for it, that's good for you. So we're gonna take this bad baby off and check our shimming, because right now we're grinding a little too much, and the last starter was grinding. Somehow it broke the nose of it off, and I don't know how the heck that happened. But in this video, I'm going to show you how we're going to take this starter off. So I'm looking at the bolts here, and I'm seeing them. I'm not too good at bolts, but to me it looks like it's going to be these bolts here. There's one right here on your left side and one on the right side. They're the same exact size bolts. I'm thinking they're 1/2 inches. So I'm gonna go grab my tools, and we're gonna come back to this 1974 Pontiac Le Mans starter, and we're gonna try to take this thing off. But before we do that, I wanna spin this here flywheel by hands. I don't have any gloves on. Most people have gloves on when they doing this, and it's cold out here. But just bear with me. So we're gonna, I know my view is not that great because I'm trying to hold this camera and tell you guys how to do this. So I'm gonna spin this thing in here a little. See, can we get this thing spun? I wouldn't recommend doing it with your hand, but we're gonna spin it. Spin it. I don't hear anything right now, but either way it goes, we're gonna be putting on a new starter regardless. So let me go grab my tools, guys, and I'll be right back with you. I can see if I can get up out of here and let y'all get my tools ready. Bear with me a little bit. I'm back. Like I said, we was working on the 74 Pontiac Le Mans, and I'm trying to find the right tools to take off the starter. I don't know the exact bolt, so I'm gonna go with a couple of tools I have here. I try the 5/8 here. This is an open end and a close end ratchet. That's a 5/8, and I was thinking it was going to be a 1/2 inch, but I'm pretty for shaking that is a little too small for us. So I think I go back under here. I'm gonna go with a 5/8. If not, we'll have to come back out of there. I don't know what size it is, but I'm gonna just grab that 15 too, you know. Sometimes it's good just to grab a couple of ratchets before you don't have to keep double checking yourself and coming back and forth, you know. My audio is not too good. I'm trying to hold this thing by myself here. Other car, my gloves and everything. Some other car, and I let someone hold it. So I'm out here working on this car here, 74 Pontiac Le Mans, and I'm go up under here and see if we can get this starter down. But we're going to get the jack out of the car. I might want to put a jack up under to help me lower it a little bit, because sometimes you can jack it up and it'll help the scrimp. So right now I got my 5/8 and 15, and hope one of these here open wrench closed ratchet fit the bolt that I'm trying to take off the starter. It's 2 of them, so I'm gonna get back with you guys. Let me get my jack set up. I'm back, you guys, and we're back up under the 74 Pontiac Le Mans. And like I said, we're trying to get this starter shimmed it. In order to do that, we have to take the starter out, which it has 2 bolts. One bolt on either side of it. And I brought with me 2 ratchets. But y'all bear with me because I'm trying to hold this camera and slide up under this car because I do not have a lift. But I did bring with me 2 ratchets. I have a 15 here, which I know that might work. And I brought a 5/8 open end ratchet here, and this the 15 open inch ratchet. So let's see which one fit on there. We're gonna go with the excuse me, the 5/8. See if it fit on the boat. As we see, it's too big to, well, let's see. I see that's spinning on there. That's a little too big, so we had to go smaller with the ratchets. I hate when that happens, cause let's try this one. I know this one is gonna be too, well, you guys, let me see. Might here. Let's see. No, that's still spinning, so we got to go smaller. And the reason why I bought this jack here, I want to jack up my starter. I don't want to put all the pressure on me just trying to, you know, lift this thing down by myself. So I'd rather get my jack here and let's get it jacked up. And make sure when you're doing this that you have your battery undisconnected in your car. Some people say take off the negative poles, but just take off both poles and just take your whole battery out your car, because dealing with a starter have electrical currents that runs your battery to your starter, and we don't want you to explode. So unhook your battery from your car. Okay, I'm gonna jack this thing up here a little bit. And while I'm jacking it up, I get back with you guys. Alrighty, I'm back, you guys. I grabbed a 9/16 here. You see it's kind of like the view is not too well under here. Let's see, can we let you guys see the 9/16 open in, close this wrench. We're gonna see, can we fit it on this starter boat here. Let's see here, bear with me here. Hey, we got a good fit, you see. So it's gonna be 9/16 on either side. They always say left loose and right is tightens. So I'm using the open end wrench, but some of you can use socket ratchets, but I'm gonna use the open end wrench. So while I take this starter down, I will get back to you guys. I'm gonna start with this one and this one, and we're gonna release these bolts, and I'll get right back with you guys. Okay, back at you guys. I finally got my bolts loose in the starter. I had to go back and get me a open socket ratchet here, because the open inch and close inch was very hard to get it off. So I grabbed me a 9/16 here socket ratchet, you know, the ones that turn to the back here and has that on it and that on it. So I put the 9/16 bolt on here, and I jacked the start up just in case, and I got these bolts broken loose here. So I'm ready to drop this starter down, and it's, you know, they come with wires on the back for the batteries hooked up to. Sometimes get it down, it's going to be connected to that. So we're gonna see, can we get this thing here twist down the best way we can. Trying to hold the phone and do this at the same time, so bear with me a little bit. So we're just gonna twist them bolts out of here. It's a dirty start, ain't it, y'all? We're gonna sham this before we go get a new one. See what happens. Okay, I might can twist these with my hand twist now. Yeah, it's kind of hand twist them now out of there. Get these bolts out here. I like to keep them like sometimes measured at the same time. Okay, get back with you guys.